This is the bus plaza that for so many days during my time in the federal halfway house, this is the plaza I'd have to go every day and get off because I work downtown. And this is where I'd come to get my tickets. It was a real struggle getting released from federal prison, not having a driver's license or a car or the funds to make any of that actually happen. So I had to adjust to riding a bus, and it was a big adjustment because it was something I never ever thought I was going to do. And what I'd learned, man, is it takes a lot of struggle, a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of humbling yourself. It's a very humbling experience taking a bus on a regular basis, and it really kind of grounded me and made me very, very grateful for the things that I did have that were going good in my life. But man, let's bring back some memories here. So they've actually completely redone this place. Like the pizza place right here used to be upstairs, and this is where you buy, I think this is where you buy the tickets. Is this where you buy your tickets still for the bus? Okay, so this is where you buy the tickets now for the bus. It used to be upstairs. And I was spending about $40 a month for a monthly bus pass. Let's see if it's got its prices here. Adult, actually it's $50 now, so the prices have gone up. So it's $50 for a 31-day bus pass, which seemed like a lot of money when you don't have any. But yeah, this is where we used to have to come every day. So one of the biggest struggles when you're first getting out of prison is if you don't have a driver's license, you take the bus everywhere you go. And that was definitely something that I wasn't used to for a long time. And this is the bus that I rode for about a year and a half before I was able to go to home confinement. Living in the federal halfway house required me to take the bus pretty much every single day to and from work and anywhere else I needed to go. So when I see people that ride the bus now, I definitely don't feel the way that I used to. It's struggle is real, and a lot of people will go through this for a long time because it's hard to catch a break, and the prison system definitely doesn't make that part easy. But if you work hard enough and you want stuff bad enough, you can make those changes. So this was the bus that we rode for a very long time. So we're actually going to take this bus on a ride over to the bus stop to the federal halfway house. All right, guys, so this is the bus stop where we get off for the federal halfway house. And we are on Sprague and Freya right now in Spokane Valley. This is the bus stop. This is the bus that I took every single day in order to get back to the halfway house. So now we're going to go ahead and walk over to the halfway house. So follow me. Getting stuck by the train happened all the time, and you're always in a hurry. You got to get back to the halfway house at a certain time, and then the train comes and you're stuck, and it's not a fast train at all, as you can see. And straight over here, we're gonna walk past the halfway house. It's actually this building right up here on the right. So this is the halfway house. This is where I lived for 11 months. This little parking lot was where you'd come out and smoke a cigarette if you smoke cigarettes, which I didn't do. They're probably like, why are they filming? But this was home for me for a long time. So this is about as close as we can get to the halfway house, probably without getting in trouble. And as you can see, there's a guy going into the halfway house right behind me. 11 months I lived here. Every day I had to make this walk. It's in a very industrial, kind of a rundown area. But I'll tell you what, going through this experience really made me appreciate things all that much more. And that's why we're taking this whole experience real serious. And we want to show you guys what it was like living in an environment like this. And I mean, it could have been so much worse, yes, but this is way worse than the living environment in a federal halfway house versus a federal prison. Especially if you're considering like Coleman Low, where I was at. And when I got here, it was like 2 in the morning when I arrived here, and all I wanted to do was go back to prison. I was not happy at all when we first got here. But yeah, so this is it. This is the entire spot. Never again. Never again. Man, definitely gives me a bad feeling in my gut. A lot of lost souls in there. A lot of people will actually return. A lot of those guys in there will get out and go right back because they just don't know anything else. You're not allowed to drive if you don't have a driver's license, A. If you don't have a car that's in your name or you're not on registration or title. And a lot of guys, they would drive all the time. They actually had cars. They would park them. They would hide them up on these side streets. They'd hide them back over here on other side streets, and they'd leave in the morning as if they're going to the bus. And they'd go get in a car and drive with no license. It used to blow my mind. They always used to ask me, hey, Wise, you want to ride? Nope. Telling you. I learned my lesson. RDAP taught me a lot. And that quick, they could have gotten a ticket, car accident, anything. And that would have been that. So that's that. That's the halfway house in a wrap. All right, so we're gonna take you on a tour of the office here. And the reason why we chose this office was pretty much for the reason that it's kind of in the heart of downtown. We've got a little bit of everything in this office, and it's an amazing building, the Wells Fargo Bank building downtown. It's about 20 floors, and we are on the 17th floor, and we're gonna take you inside and show you where the magic happens. Here we go. So we're on the 14th floor, and one of the big reasons why we decided to move into an office was really we had no choice. I've been working out of my house as long as possible, but because of bringing on team members, the business has been growing because of all of our viewers. We've had such an amazing amount of clients that have decided to trust us with the situation that they're in, that expanding was the only next step. It was inevitable. We have no choice. So we moved into this nice little office, has everything we could probably need, amenities. I'll kind of take you around and show you a little bit of where we're at here. So this is kind of the front when you get off the elevator. And we're here on a weekend, so there's probably nobody here right now. But this is like the little kitchen area, receptionist, where when people come in the office. And then over here, we've got the fancy conference room, which I'll probably never ever use, but it's nice to have if we ever need it. And come on down here. So when we do have our little brainstorming meetings, for the most part, we do them in here. This is a little private conference room. This is where we have a lot of our focus groups and really where a lot of the ideas actually end up coming to life. So this room gets used quite a bit. So there, it's the conference room. Over here to your awesome left, you have our little printing center. It's like Kinko's. It's like a baby Kinko's. We don't really use it because we have a printer and whatnot in our office, but if we need to print mass quantity, we go to the big boy. And then up here on our left, so this is where a lot of the magic happens, guys. As you can see, it's not a giant space, but it's absolutely perfect for what we need. This is where a little bit of everything happens, from working on client files, creating videos, brainstorming. We've been here now about a month, and this has been a real nice space for us. And as you can see, we have a complete setup for what we would need. This is where we do a lot of the recording, right here. And you guys probably recognize the background. I know you all recognize Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. This is probably the #1 book that changed my entire life, or started my life on change. But this is where we do all our recording, and right now we're not recording. Normally we'd be recording a video right now for Saturday, but we had to get this done. And those are our lights over there, and that's really it. And there you have it. Don't give up. Work hard for what you want in life. Prison doesn't have to define you. As much as you may think it is right now, if you're watching this video and you're getting ready to go to federal prison, it does not have to define you. So make choices, focus on consequences, and that's all I got for you guys. See you on the other side.